Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Freeborn. You're watching Central Valley Business, and my next guest, Haven Young. He's a friend of mine.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, Haven.
Hey, thanks, Johnny.
All right. You're here representing Zija.
Yes. Like everybody knows me as Call Havens to the Rescue. You know, my locksmith business, been in business 40 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're a locksmith.
Yes.
Okay.
Been in business, started out at Chestnut and Kings Canyon in front of Kmart back in 1976.
Interesting. All right.
Got a place just down the street
Yeah.
at Belmont and Blackstone.
Okay.
Been there since 2000. I built the building and moved down there. For the freeway access for mobile service, it's advantageous to get around Fresno and not be stuck at one end and have to...
Okay, it's a good location.
So I can get good service to all my customers.
Oh, good. Very good.
And then along the way, I ended up with a pot belly. I was a Buddha belly. And I was looking for some way to get rid of that Buddha belly and feel a little more energetic and look a little sharper. And a friend of mine took me to a meeting and took me to a Zija meeting, and her son had lost 90 pounds or something like that. I've lost 65.
65. Wow.
Been doing it a couple of years now. I'm kind of at a standstill. I think if I would do a little more physical, but I've done this without. I've got leg problems and other things, so I don't do a lot of exercise.
But you've seen a lot of results from this.
Yes,
Okay.
seen a lot of results. In fact, do you have that picture of Mike available? Can you put that on there? I want the people to see. There's Mike, and he joined, and look at how fit he looks in.
That's his old suit there?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
That's my jacket.
That's your jacket.
Yeah, if you look at it, I mean, can you blow it up or make it a little lighter? We can't see it here in the studio. Yeah, it dwarfs him. I was going to say that's how much he's lost on Zija, but you know, it's actually my coat. But I'm into a lot slimmer coat now, and
Right.
Lost the belly on that. I left it behind, and he says, "Look at what it did for me." He sent me a picture. It's cute.
Mike's the brains behind the operation here, and
Yeah.
he runs the show. If anyone's wondering, Haven. So Zija is made of moringa plant, correct?
Yes, the Moringa oleifera plant. It's the most nutritious plant on earth. If you get your Siri out or your Google and say, what's the most nutritious plant, it'll come back Moringa oleifera.
And that is true. I knew about this plant well before I met you. And
I have a friend of mine, we were playing poker, you know, when I first started, and I asked if anybody knew about Moringa oleifera, and one friend said, yeah, we send missionaries to Africa to teach them how to use this so the women can lactate to feed their babies.
exactly, yeah.
You know, and they were, what's the old story, throwing out the water with the baby, or the baby
with the bathwater.
Yeah, kind of thing. So they would boil it, but they'd throw out the water. And the water actually had more into it. And it took modern science to figure out all of the nutrition in the plant, because the plant has many systemic systems. It's got the root, it's got the bark, it's got the flower, it's got the seeds, and so
And the whole plant is just loaded full of
different things, all kinds of benefits. Now the root, we don't use the root; it can be a little toxic. But we use the seed, the flower, the leaves. I don't know. They make a concoction, a proprietary blend that gives us 90 vitamins and minerals,
Right.
46 antioxidants, 36 anti-inflammatories. So if you're stove up and you've got joint pain and stuff like that from inflammation, it's got a broad spectrum of 36 different anti-inflammatories.
That's incredible.
36 is better than 6 or 2 or 1 or whatever. It's a whole plethora.
Right.
So it's a broad spectrum of anti-inflammatories. It gives just about anybody that's got an inflammatory issue a help.
And it's not just with anti-inflammatories, it's with everything from vitamin C, all the vitamins basically are in this plant.
Right.
And it's a duplicity or a multiplicity of how much you would get ounce per ounce, you know, found in bananas or oranges, other
Yes,
sources, right?
Sure.
Okay.
You've done your homework.
No, I knew about this plant.
Okay.
I'm not,
I like you. You
I'm
know
not just
about it.
fooling right now. I'll take the show right now. No, yeah, I grew this stuff myself in Mexico when I lived there for several years, and it grew like a weed. It just loved sandy soil, loved a lot of water, but it was loaded full of. I mean, it's imagine putting 4 oranges, 4 bananas, and everything else healthy you could think of, spinach, whatever, in a smoothie, and then drinking that, and that's basically what you have here, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
You'll let me have it back now?
You go ahead and piggyback off of that.
I like the backup, though. We can make a team out of this.
No, but it's true, and I get excited when I hear about superfoods, super plants, anything that can really, target a lot of the problems that we face, health-wise, or, any deficiencies we have. Like you mentioned, the breastfeeding mothers in Africa. I know of a ministry that actually plants Moringa oleifera just to give to breastfeeding mothers. That's it.
Yeah.
And biodiesel. They use it for biodiesel.
It's amazing. This plant is biblical.
It's epic.
Actually,
yeah.
You go to Exodus 15, 22 through 25, where Moses is taking his people, and he's at the place called Mur, which means bittered waters, and he was talking to God, and I can't stay here, the people can't live on the water, the water won't, support us, and God threw in a bush, and that bush purified the water. Moringa oleifera, the seeds and whatever part
That's
of
true.
will purify water.
They do, yeah.
So, without actually saying it's Moringa oleifera, by the process of elimination, it's the only plant found today.
The seeds actually have microbial or antimicrobial properties, so you can put it into water and clean it. Yeah.
Yes.
You're absolutely
Okay. So, they've even found that in clearing up chemicals from mining processes and everything, they can start using the moringa plant. Science is coming up with all these new things that it's really an amazing plant.
Yeah.
And what amazing things it can do for you inside if you just take it. I've been doing 2.5 years now. I haven't had a sinus issue, and I'm a born and raised Fresnan. So the oranges, the olives, you name it, ties up my sinus systems and gives me sinusitis, headaches that I can't even. I'd get laid up for a week or 2 at a time, depending on how bad the season was. 2 years I haven't had a problem with it. I used to go to the doctor and get what do they call them, Kenalog shots or whatever, a steroid shot.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'd end up with the inflammation clogging up my sinuses. I'd end up with an infection and have to take antibiotics. Haven't had to do that.
No kidding. Wow.
So, I mean, one thing leads to another. The loss of the weight, I'm off of 3, maybe 4 meds, and my heart's doing better. I've had AFib, atrial fibrillation, and my heart's doing better. I won't say I'm cured, but my heart's doing better.
It's progress. Yeah, yes. That's great.
And you can't say that this is not a medicine. It's just natural health. It's food that you're not getting. It's what your body has the best chemistry set in it that's ever made. But it has to have the chemicals to be able to use it. We're adulterating our food. We're pasteurizing it. You get orange juice. They pasteurize. There's nothing enzymatically alive about it. It's pasteurized drink.
Yeah.
It's got vitamin C, but I don't think
boiled, right? Or
yeah,
killed. You just kill everything in it.
And so your body doesn't assimilate it the same as it would a fresh squoze orange.
Okay.
So, that's the thing. So this is an enzymatic alive, comes in a little sachet. You pour it in water, you shake it up take a bottle of water and drink a little bit out and pour it up. It's pleasant tasting. I think, I don't know, does it have that I'm a natural health founder? I'm a Natural Health Revolution. I'm a founder in their Natural Health Revolution. So I've gotten that far along with the company that I'm in the founders group.
Wow.
I'm so far into it, Johnny, I bought 2 units in a commercial building behind Costco out at Shaw and 99.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a place to have meetings and a place to have trainings, and everybody wants to be involved in something that can make a little money. But if so, I've been in business 40 years. If anybody knows how to be in business and make things, I think I'm probably a good candidate.
Yeah. Well, I think some of the holdup is people get afraid of the marketing companies that have been around, the tier marketing and such. And but what this product actually offers, I think, is the difference. Is that there's substance behind this thing.
It's not the latest fad.
No,
this is centuries old.
Yeah, right.
This is thousands and thousands of years old.
And thanks to the information age, we're figuring it out now.
Right, and science.
Science.
I've got a website that I call ANSI, Ancient Secrets Unlocked, because there are so many things that we are finding out, like that plant, and Dr. Marcoux has done just an article on some of the other things that the moringa plant does that doesn't have anything to do with the human body, but it does to separating chemicals in like mining processes and other things that they use it for. And that's all through science. Science has really taken us leaps and bounds, and it unlocked this treasure trove of nutrition. And I think the food industry and everybody else they've got the any size drink for $1, all loaded with sugar. They say with sweet tea. They don't even say unsweetened tea. They say sweet tea. They want you hooked on that sugar.
Right.
I mean, you start getting this stuff, and when your body starts getting satiated, you don't have the need for that kind of stuff. Your craving for that kind of stuff just goes away because your body's not is not hungering inside. It's satiated. It makes a difference to how you actually are.
Probably the difference between running your car without oil, running it with oil, right? I mean, when our bodies are lacking in some vital nutrients or things that it definitely needs, you're just not running at full capacity.
No, I mean, it's like simple. Put a little water in your gas tank and see how well your car runs.
Or that, yeah.
You're
right, yeah.
It'll foul it up real quick. Doesn't take much.
Luckily, we're not as fussy. The human body's not as fussy as an automobile, but it serves to serves a purpose there. We're gonna wrap it up here because we could talk forever about this stuff. I'm sure. But I want the viewers to know where they can go to find it, and if you have any events or anything coming up.
Yes, I have events coming. You've got my phone number. If you want to come to a meeting, I have meetings Thursday nights, and then I will be glad to sit down with you. We'll go to Starbucks and have coffee, and I'll talk to you one-on-one if you want. You got family that wants to hear it all at one time, or
what
something.
What about the non-believers? Are there samples available? Or
oh, yeah, I'd be glad to bring samples at the same time and show the product off.
Right.
Because it's really not the product, it's you have to believe it. You know the people that don't help you the most when you're doing something new? Your family. They're always afraid you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hooked into something, I finally got my father, my stepdad, but my father, 95, was taking a protein supplement drink.
Right.
26 vitamins and minerals and
very common,
20 grams of sugar. We have a plant protein with all 90 vitamins and minerals. The essential 9 are from 100+% to over 200% the daily minimum requirement. 20 grams of protein. Finally got him to say yes to taking it. Wow. Making a difference in who he is at his young age.
20 grams of protein.
20 grams of protein.
That's like eating a protein bar, or even better.
Yeah, it's a meal replacement. It could be a meal replacement.
Okay.
So give me a call. I'd be glad to share all of this. Call me. I'll get you to our meeting. You can the Natural Health Revolution. I can't remember that my website.
It's there. Yeah. .com.
Yeah, it's a hash. It's how you say it's website optimized with a hash to pick out the words instead of all squoze together.
Right.
Okay.
So it is necessary to put the hyphen
in between
address. Okay.
So that gets to one of my websites. So be glad to share with you. Contact me. I think that's the best way to do it. I'll get you to a meeting. I will meet with you. I'll share. I'll bring samples.
Well, I think you got my interest piqued in this. You've been talking to me about it for a while, but I think...
And I have other things involved that I think would even... See, I know that in this multi-level type thing, they put you in a dinghy out in the middle of the ocean.
It can feel that way.
Okay. And so that's what the center's for. So I can help train you if you don't know how to do these things. I can't make you a good person. I can't make you successful, but I can help you with tools.
Right.
And I've had a vocational school at one time for my locksmithing, so I've done training. I've been in business 40 years.
Wow.
So if they're looking for somebody that, and it's the product.
Right.
I mean, I'm so into it that I even bought a building, or part of a building.
That's a big deal, yeah. Yep.
So give me a call. I'll be glad to show you samples and help you out with it.
Well, sounds good to me, Haven. I look forward to following up on this with you and checking more into it. Been good having you on the show.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.